Our investigation today takes place at 3 a.m. in Everett, Washington, at a Jack in the Box. It's February the 17th in 2019. A man and a woman named Brianna Reynolds arrive at the restaurant for an early morning drug deal. They would be ambushed and robbed, and the man, 19-year-old Raul Caldros, is shot and killed during the robbery. Brianna would hang around after the shooting, and though she gave the police a false name, calling herself Brianna Busby, she would speak with the authorities about the events that she witnessed. But little did the detectives know that Brianna might have a few things to hide herself.
This is Detective Helfrey with the Everett Police Department. This is the recorded statement of Brianna M. Busby, B-U-S-B-E-Y, date of birth of 1991. It is February 17th, 2019 at 05:38 hours. You understand this is being recorded?
Yes, sir.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're not a suspect, so I'm not going to read your rights. But obviously I'm here because something happened in the parking lot here tonight.
Yes, sir.
So, let's start with where you living at.
I'm staying with my mom, and when I'm not staying there, when she needs help, I stay with a friend of mine in Linwood.
What's mom's address?
Evergreen Way apartment.
Okay, and who's this guy back here? That's the guy who got shot.
Raul.
Do you know his last name?
It's what I know as his last name isn't his real last name, so I don't know his last name, no.
What do you know it as?
Cumanes.
Cumanes?
Cumanes.
Okay, so why don't you start from the beginning of the night for me and run me through what happened tonight, or last night.
So we were walking from my mom's.
You and Raul?
Me and Raul. And we were getting picked up at Jack in the Box. We were not supposed to wait in the parking lot of her building. The security goes off and yells at you to not loiter. Mm-hmm. So we walked down here, and we were here maybe 2 minutes. I was pacing, and I had walked towards the dumpster in front of Jack in the Box and saw two people walking down the hill. And, I just turned around and walked back towards Raul. And when I turned back around, they approach us, and I recognize one as Cody Anderson.
Do you know how he spells his name?
K-O-D-I. And Anderson, I think, is normal spelling.
Okay.
And he tells me to give him my stuff, my purse and my phone, and I told him that he could have them when he pried them from my cold dead hands. And when I said that, he looked back at his friend, the person he was with, and his friend lifted up his shirt where he had a gun tucked in his waistband. Mm-hmm. And that's when Raul stepped in front of me and said that he wasn't going to take my stuff. And we tried to then walk away, and they followed. And I felt, it sounds weird, but I felt like Cody was getting closer to me, so I stopped and I turned around, and I took my pepper spray out. And I told him, Cody, if you come any closer, I'm going to spray you. And he came closer, and I sprayed, and then the guy shot Raul.
Anything? How far away was the guy when he shot?
Maybe 6 feet.
Okay. Who was coming to pick you guys up this morning?
One of Raul's friends.
You know who?
No, I don't.
And he set that up?
Yeah.
Where were you guys going?
His house in Linwood.
Where's he live at in Linwood?
But I don't know the address. I know where it's like by the Alderwood Mall.
House, apartments?
It's apartment.
Okay, what's Cody look like?
He's about maybe 5'11", 6 foot. Dirty blonde, light brown hair.
White, black, Hispanic?
He's Caucasian. I think he has light colored eyes.
What was he wearing tonight?
He was wearing a purple beanie, a white zip-up sweat jacket with some sort of dark patterned jeans, and a something like a scarf over his face that was black and white, I believe.
Are you saying like a mask or like one of those things that goes around the neck that you...
Like a mask, I think.
What'd the other guy look like?
He was shorter, maybe 5'5", 5'6". Petite. He was skinny. He had on a black beanie, and I could see like blonde sideburns sticking out. He had a black sweatshirt on, jeans, and white shoes, I think.
He was white, black, Hispanic.
He was white.
Did you hear Cody use his name at all? Say anything to him?
I didn't hear his name at all.
What'd the gun look like?
It was black. It resembled a 9mm.
Is Raul claiming any gang or anything?
Not that I know of. He's never gangbanged in front of me.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird way to say that. Do you know if he's in one or he just hasn't done things in front of you?
I neither or. I don't know. He's never talked about it. It's not usually a question I ask. And he's never done anything related to that around me or in front of me or talked about it.
Do you know if Cody is in a gang at all?
Not that I know of.
So I see you're wearing a lot of blue and a bandana. Is that...
This is just, I have 8 bandanas. I have a pink one, I have a green one, I have an orange one. I wear them during the winter to cover my face when I walk from the wind. That's all it is.
You have a phone number or anything for Cody? How do you know Cody?
Cody, I'm a recovering heroin addict, and Cody was in that life. He used to deal.
Sorry, was he dealing to you, or
Yeah.
you just know him through?
I know him from the dealing. He used to deal to me.
Do you know where he lives?
North Everett at his mom's trailer. I'm not quite sure exactly where it is.
If I was going to try and get a hold of Cody, how would I do that?
I've only ever gotten a hold of him on Facebook. He doesn't usually have a steady phone.
On Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
So I don't care about drugs. I don't care about any of that stuff, but I need to know if there was more to this than what you're telling me.
I am telling you everything that I know.
Okay, I mean, no one's going to get in trouble for drug use, none of that stuff. I
understand. Officer's already been over that with me. I'm telling you everything that I know.
Okay. Why would Cody think that you would have something that he would want?
I don't know. I carry a purse. I have a phone. I'm sure, like, technology. Maybe I have a tablet. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm out at 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe he thought I was buying drugs. He knows that I was a heroin addict. There's that possibility. I have no idea.
How long you been clean?
2 years.
Is Raul using though?
Raul was using methamphetamine.
He wasn't here to try and get something from Cody or that other guy?
No.
Can you think of anything that would help me in trying to figure out who these people are aside from Cody?
No, I went through, when I was sitting in the back of the squad car, I was going through Cody's friends list to try and see if I saw anybody that resembled the other guy, and I thought this guy Jimmy Wall looked familiar. From the glasses, I put my hand over the picture in the glasses. It looked exactly like the person that I saw.
Was the other guy wearing a mask too?
Yes.
Who's Cody usually hanging out with? Well, when's the last time you saw Cody?
I saw him on the bus like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Who's he usually hanging out with?
I know his girlfriend, Sierra. Other than that, I don't know.
Brianna, can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes, sir.
So let me preface this by saying I don't care if you were here to buy drugs, purchase drugs, meet for drugs.
Okay.
Okay. But like it seems strange to me that they just happened upon you guys. It sounds more like a drug transaction didn't go right. And I have no interest in charging you with a crime. This is a homicide. You're a witness in a homicide.
I understand that, sir.
Okay. So we need to kind of know the truth.
There was no drug transaction happening.
Okay.
There was nothing like that going on.
Okay. You understand why I have to ask the question?
Of course.
When you say they walked down the hill, what does that mean exactly? Where did they walk from?
The hill behind Jack in the Box, leading to Bank of America, the embankment.
They walked down that. And do you know what time that was?
I have no idea.
Okay. How long had you guys been at Jack in the Box when that had happened?
Like 2 minutes.
And then, did you guys go into Jack in the Box at all?
No.
Okay. I don't even know if it's open right now, so that might be a silly question, or was open then. Is it 24 hours?
No.
Okay. And who was it you were waiting for? I stepped out. So.
One of Raul's friends. I don't know who.
And how did you guys communicate with him?
Raul called him.
Okay, on your phone or his phone?
His phone.
So Raul has a phone?
Yes.
Do you know, is that phone like password protected? Is it?
I have no idea. I think it might be patterned, I think.
Do you know what his pattern is?
I don't.
And did that friend ever show up?
Maybe I wasn't, after he was shot, I wasn't really paying attention to anything else. I don't know if they tried to come through when everything was taped off. I don't know.
So where did you go after the shooting happened? What?
I ran to Raul and put pressure on the wound and tried starting CPR.
Okay. And the police pulled up pretty quickly after that, right? They said they were here fairly fast.
Yes, I also called 911 while I was doing CPR.
When they came down the embankment, who was in front of who? Or were they together?
I don't remember.
Where you guys were standing, could you see them walk down the embankment?
Yes, I was pacing. And I was just trying to stay warm.
Right.
And I had got to the end and saw them and turned around and walked back to Raul.
So when you say you were pacing, did you walk to the corner by the drive-thru?
Not quite all the way to the drive-thru. Just to where the corner of the building, where it's still in the light. I didn't go into the dark area. I don't know if that making any sense, or you know what I
There's a
mean.
light, like if you just turn your head, I mean, I don't know, you probably don't see
So, yeah,
the light there.
yeah,
And so you guys were up next to the building?
yes,
So did they walk down basically where you can see?
yes,
And did they walk directly to you guys?
yes, they did.
And did Cody recognize you?
I don't think at first, and then he did. There, and he just kept telling me to give him my stuff.
Okay. And do you have anything of value on you right now?
My cell phone?
Anything else?
No, I don't even have cash on me.
But she does, in fact, have something she's not supposed to have on her.
What else was said? Because, I mean, there was probably a little bit more interaction than you. I don't know. I missed it, but...
He told me to give him my stuff.
Like right away, he just walked up to you and said...
And I said, you can have my stuff when you pry it from my cold dead fingers. And he turned back and looked at his friend, and his friend lifted up his shirt, and I saw a gun tucked into his waistband.
Yeah.
And Raul stepped in front of me and said, look, man, you're not taking your stuff. Just go. You guys just walk away.
Yeah.
Go away. Leave. And the other guy and Raul was said, I don't remember what they said to each other, but it was basically like, square up. Do you want to fight? And then Cody and Raul exchanged words.
What did they say?
Basically the same thing. Like, I'll fight you. Well, why do you need a gun? I'll fight you. And then I think I said, Raul, let's just go. Let's just walk away. And we started to walk away. And I felt Cody behind me. And so I turned around and I pulled my pepper spray out, and I told him, if you come any closer, I'm going to spray you. And he stepped closer, so I sprayed. And then, as soon as I sprayed, his friend shot Raul.
Where was Raul?
He was maybe 2 feet next to me.
So where did you go after the shooting happened? What?
I ran to Raul and put pressure on the wound.
Where was Raul?
He was maybe 2 feet next to me on my right side.
Between the corner where this was happening and where he is now, where were you when it happened?
I was 2 feet to the left of him.
Right, but is that right where he
That's
was
right
when
where
he got
he
shot?
was. He just dropped.
Did you hit Cody with the pepper spray? Did he
Yes,
actually hit him?
it did.
Okay. Where? Face?
I think I got him in the face, and then he turned his head and it got on his hood.
Okay. And what kind of hood was that again?
It was white with some sort of dark pattern. I don't remember what pattern it was.
Were they wearing baseball hats? Or
They were wearing beanies.
beanies?
Yeah.
And how long have you known Cody?
Maybe 3 years. Maybe 3 years, and I don't really know him. I associated him with occasionally when I was on heroin, but other than that, I haven't had much interaction with him.
Okay, but I mean, do you know you know him well enough that if you saw a picture?
Yeah, I would recognize him.
Okay. And what about? Have you spent any? I know that you kind of had where you guys were together anymore, like hanging out or whatever. But were there times like, do you know him well enough that you know personal things about him?
No,
You knew his girlfriend, right?
that was just because of his Facebook.
Oh, okay. Did you look him up after this happened?
Yes, one of the officers asked me to.
Okay. And did you show the officer that?
I showed him the picture, and I showed him the girlfriend's name, and I believe they wanted to look at the date of birth.
What about the other person, the one with the gun? Would you recognize him if you saw him again?
Yes.
Had you ever seen him before but just don't know him?
No.
Are you using right now?
No, sir.
You're clean?
I'm clean.
How long have you been clean?
2 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What about Raul?
I believe he was using methamphetamine.
So there's some needle caps around Raul. Are those involved in this at all?
No, those were there prior to this incident.
Is there anything that was dropped by any of these guys that you saw?
No.
Where did Cody and the other guy run to after this happened? What way?
Back up the embankment towards Bank of America.
Okay. And then at what point did you lose sight of them, or were you just more focused on Raul?
I was more focused on Raul.
Did they say anything after the shot happened?
No, I don't think so.
Was Raul facing the person who shot him when it happened?
Yes.
And did that person say anything before the shot happened?
No.
Okay. Did Cody say anything after you pepper sprayed him? Did he react in pain, or did he?
He shielded, like he turned his head, and then the gun went off, and they both just ran.
Do you know Cody to have a car?
No,
Do you still have a phone number for him, or the number you used to call him on?
I would only contact him on Facebook Messenger. He never really had a steady phone.
So what is your plan for the rest of the day here?
I'm gonna go home or go to my mom's.
Okay. Do we have a good phone number for you?
Yes.
And what about Aunt there? Does Aunt have a phone?
Yes, she does.
What's that?
Now, her initial interview was around 5:30 in the morning. Now she's sitting in the interview room at about 9 in the morning. And I don't know if they took her directly there or if they let her go and went back and picked her back up. All I know is now she's in the interview room and she's not very happy.
You were so young.
So I just want to let you know that you are being recorded right now, okay? I turned on the recorder just a couple seconds ago there. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the time right now is 0802 hours on Sunday, February 17th of 2018. Just take some deep breaths. I know it's hard, but try and calm yourself down a little bit, okay? Okay. I'm just going to take a couple more pictures of you when we're just inside. If you can just stand against this wall for me, okay? Take just an overall photo of you. So take the lens cap off. Go ahead and look at me. Okay, go ahead and turn all the way around for me. See there. So I'm going to go over one of these forms again with you. Spell your last name for me.
Busbey.
Busby?
Yes.
Okay, and then Brianna, does it have two N's?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your middle name, Brianna?
Marie.
And your birthday?
91.
And it is February 17th of 2019. The time currently is 08:05 hours. And Brianna, do you understand that this statement's being recorded?
Yes.
Okay. And Detective Brenneman had already advised you that you were under arrest for tampering with physical evidence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to read you your rights.
And so her rights are read.
Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Knowing these rights, are you willing to talk to the police at this time?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're willing to talk, go ahead and sign right there. Go over that at the end. So we are here because your friend Raul was shot tonight, correct?
Yes.
So I know you've already talked to Detective Helfrey and Detective Brenneman on scene, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you. And you know we've gathered a little bit more information since that time. So I'd like to get the story from you, kind of from the beginning, and then we'll kind of go from there. Main thing here is that we're looking to get Raul justice, right?
That's all I wanted.
Okay.
I mean,
Because it shouldn't have happened.
no, it shouldn't have.
So the more upfront you are about things, the more helpful it is to us and to us getting the right people in custody, right? And getting the people who actually shot him in custody. Okay. So, just tell me from the beginning what happened.
We were walking to Jack in the Box to meet up with somebody, and while we were waiting, Cody and the guy came down from the Bank of America and wanted my bag. I told them no. And Raul stepped in front of me and tried to protect me. And we started to walk away, and turned around, and I sprayed Cody with pepper spray, and when I sprayed him with pepper spray, the other guy shot Raul.
Okay. So where were you and Raul coming from?
My mom's apartment.
And where does she live?
She lives in Evergreen Way, the Reserve.
Okay, so right just south of
Right,
Fred Meyer.
like half a block away.
Okay, and about well, why were you coming from there? What was the purpose of going to Jack in the Box?
We were leaving.
Okay. And be more specific as to where were you going? What were your plans?
We were leaving. We were gonna meet up with one of his friends, I believe, to pick up and then go to his house.
Okay, so you were gonna pick up one of his friends, or he was gonna pick you guys up?
We were getting picked up.
You were getting picked up. Do you know what that friend's name is?
No, it was on Raul, through Raul.
Okay, so he set it up?
Yes.
And how did he set that up?
On his phone.
Okay. Do you know how he got in contact with the person?
I don't know if it was through Facebook or over telephone. I don't know, or Snapchat. I have no idea.
And had you and Raul spent like the entire night together?
Yeah, we've been together all day. In the previous night.
Okay.
That pretty much at my mom's place, going between my mom's and my aunt's. They live in the same building.
Oh, okay. And were mom and aunt home?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your relationship to Raul?
We're just friends.
Okay. And how long have you been friends with him?
Couple of weeks.
Okay, not long.
Not long at all.
Okay.
I mean, he's 20 years old. I'm 27. There's a huge age gap.
Sure. It's not that big, but maybe at that point in your life it is. But okay. So hanging out with Raul. About when did you guys hook up? Yesterday, or was it before?
It was before. It was the day before yesterday.
Okay, so we're looking at today's Sunday, so Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been with him
The entire
consistently?
Since.
Okay. And how did you guys end up deciding to hang out?
We met through a mutual friend. I recently relapsed on heroin, and he was selling. I bought a bag from him, and we just kind of hung out.
Okay,
Stayed
from
together.
Raul.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, kind of hung out from that point forward then?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you guys doing during the 2 days?
I'm pretty much just getting high and sitting at my aunt's or my mom's.
Okay. Was he selling to anybody else during that 2 day time frame?
I don't think so, but he would leave for like half an hour at a time sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't go with him, so I don't know.
Okay.
He said it was to talk to his girlfriend, so I don't.
Okay. Do you know who his girlfriend is?
Yeah, her name's Ireland. She's 6 months pregnant.
Yeah. Okay. And it's Ireland. Do you know how to spell her name?
Irelan.
Len?
Yeah, I think so.
Where does she live?
I think Linwood as well.
So is he from Linwood?
Yeah.
Okay. And does he have a house he's living in there?
An apartment he stays at. I don't know if it's in his name or I don't know the living situation.
Does he live with girlfriend?
Yeah, most of the time.
Have you been to his apartment?
I've been to the parking lot of his apartment.
So do you remember the name of the complex or?
It's off of
where
36th Avenue.
Okay. Anybody else he lives with other than sometimes girlfriend?
I think that's it. I don't know. I haven't been there, so I don't know.
Fair enough. And when were you at his apartment?
Weeks. The first time I met him was I was buying from him, and he just came out and met me in the parking lot.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
Maybe 2 months, maybe even longer.
Okay. You said you'd known him 2 weeks.
Like,
so
no, when I say I've known him, like, I've talked to him before that. I had talked to him once, just bought a bag, and
Okay.
it wasn't even, like, connected through me. It was through the mutual friend.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so when you start hanging out with him on Friday, it was to buy,
Yes.
and then just kind of continued hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Just correct me if I misspeak. Okay. And so, what was the reason for? I mean, it's pretty early in the morning, right? To be going and getting a ride somewhere.
He was going to be picking up dope first, and then going.
Okay. Who was he picking up from?
I believe his name was Chris.
Do you know what he was going to be picking up?
Heroin and clear.
Have you ever met Chris?
No, not in person. He's communicated with him on my phone. Other than that, no.
How long ago did he communicate with him on your phone?
Tonight, I think.
About what time?
I have no idea. I can't recall a time. I don't even know what time we got to Jack in the Box.
So where were you supposed to meet Chris?
At Jack in the Box.
much he was supposed to be buying?
A quarter of each.
How much money do you have on him?
I don't know.
So who did all the communicating in regard to getting the heroin in the clear?
That was Raul.
Okay. Was all of the communications on your phone, or did he do some on your phone, some on
on
his
my phone, some on his phone. My phone's only, he didn't have service. So
Okay.
he would use my phone like if he didn't have Wi-Fi.
Okay. And you know if he's using like Facebook, Snapchat, something different to communicate with this guy?
I want to say Facebook, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Do you know what Raul's Facebook name is? What his how would you look up Raul if you were to
I think it's Lokes Savage or something.
native Lokes Savage?
Not native.
Not native. I thought you said native. Lokes. Spell it for me.
LOWKZ Savage.
What's your Facebook name?
Brianna and Dominic Adams, or Brian Dominic Adams.
So spell it all for me.
BRIANDDOMINIC.
BRIAND. Sorry, I'm slow.
BRIANDDOMINIC space Adams ADAMS.
Okay, so were you privy to any part of the conversation between Raul and Chris?
I mean, he told me like what we were doing,
Mm-hmm.
but no.
Any details about meeting, about price, or anything like that?
Just that we were gonna be meeting at Jack in the Box.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. And you said you'd never met Chris in person before?
No, I never met Chris in person.
Had you known him otherwise through different channels?
No, I don't think so.
So describe for me, you guys, did you walk to Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk to Jack in the Box, and then what happens from there?
We're standing there, we're waiting. I'm pacing. I walk to the end of the sidewalk,
Okay.
and it's in front of the right in front of the Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
And I see two people climbing down the embankment.
Okay.
And I turn around and walk back to Raul. And Raul, goes like this to turn around and look. And so I turn around and I look and I notice that I recognize one of them. I recognize Cody.
Okay.
And he says, "Give me your bag." And I was like, "I'm not giving you my bag. You can probably hurt my cold dead fingers. You're not getting it."
Okay.
Sorry. It's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns around and he looked at the second guy. I don't know his name. I don't know who that was. The shooter. The shooter pulled his shirt up and to show the gun.
Okay.
And
So where is that located on this person?
in his waistband.
Okay. And what did the gun look like to you?
It was black.
Do you know the difference between like a...
It was a 9mm.
Okay. So pistol as opposed to
it
a
was a
revolver.
pistol, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what makes you say it's a 9mm, just for curiosity?
Just the size of the gun. Generally, this gun size plays into the...
Okay.
I guess I really don't know. I'm assuming from what I've seen on TV.
Okay.
And then Raul steps in front of me after he shows the gun. Raul steps in front of me and kind of gets in Cody's face and tells him back off, that he's not taking anything from me, that just to walk away, go home. And if he wants to get down, they can get down. Blah blah blah. And at that point, I think we walk away. We start to try and walk away, and they follow us. And now we're standing where Raul was dropped.
Okay.
And I had pulled my pepper spray out, and I told Cody, just stop. You come any closer, I'm going to spray you. And he came closer, and when I started spraying, the other guy shot Raul.
Okay. Where were you at when you took the pepper spray out?
I was standing right next to Raul,
Okay.
where he died.
Okay, so over on that side, the southwest kind of side of
Yeah.
Jack in the Box. And then when the guy, did they ever say each other's names during any of this time? Okay. So the guy that I presume is Chris, who has at least at some point in time maybe identified himself as Chris. At what point does he lift up his shirt?
That was at the beginning.
Okay, so when you're back over kind of on the sidewalk in front of
Jack
in the Box. And was he still coming down the hill, or was he already down on the sidewalk?
He was in the parking, standing in the parking space next to the sidewalk.
Okay. Did he say anything about it, or just kind of lift up the shirt?
He just lifted up the shirt
type of thing.
And then, I don't even remember seeing him pulling it out when he shot. Like, I didn't even see it.
Okay. Probably happened pretty quick. Got a lot going on right there. Did you ever see Cody with the gun? Any other weapons or anything? How many shots did you hear?
Just one.
And then what happened after the guy shot?
They took off. Raul dropped. They ran over to him. And they started doing compression, so I called 911.
Okay.
And at one point, I think he lost consciousness, and I grabbed his face, and I told him to stay with me.
Okay.
Then I saw the police, and I yelled for them that he was there. He was over here.
Okay.
And when, at that point, I took the gun out of Raul's, I think it was either his waist or his pocket, and I threw it in my bag.
Okay. What made you do that?
I don't even know why, but I didn't want, I don't know, I really don't. I didn't want Raul to look bad. I didn't want it for people to say, oh, it's just another gangbanging thing, because that wasn't what it was.
Okay. And you said it was in his waistband? Okay. Do you know what kind of gun it was?
It was a revolver of some type.
Okay. Did you know he had that prior?
Not prior to tonight, no.
Okay. But tonight, before you guys went out, you knew?
Yes.
Is it a black, silver? What kind of revolver is it?
I really didn't get a good look at it. It wasn't in my hand for very long. Like I said, I literally pulled it out, threw it in my bag, and continued trying to help him.
Did you take anything else off of him other than that revolver?
No, ma'am.
Did he say anything about why he took that with him?
I think he just wanted it for protection.
But not necessarily that he said that. Just kind of an assumption on your part. Okay. And at any point in time, did Raul show his weapon or pull it out or any?
I think after the guy pulled up his weapon, I think Raul might have showed his.
Okay.
But I don't remember Raul ever actually pulling it out.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. I don't remember that.
Okay. Did he say anything when he did that? When Raul did that?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen the other guy that was with Cody?
Never.
Before? So describe Cody, what he was wearing as much as you can remember, and what he looks like.
A dark hoodie, I think. Or maybe, I don't... Everything keeps changing in my head. I don't know.
As best you can remember.
He was wearing a hoodie and a beanie and something over his face. He had jeans on. The only part of his face that was showing was here up.
Okay, from his nose up.
And I think he pulled it down at one point to talk NATO. Maybe did he? I don't remember.
How do you know Cody?
Through the drug world.
And about how long have you known him?
Maybe 2 years. Maybe. I don't even know. Maybe not that long. I don't know. I met him right before I got... Yeah, so it's been about 2 years. I met him right before I got clean.
Okay. How long were you clean for?
I was clean for 2 years.
Okay. So this relapse is pretty recent, a new thing.
This is 2 weeks, yeah.
When you say no, you know him through the drug world.
I bought from him. Mutual friends know him.
Do you know him as a dealer then?
Yeah.
And what does he typically deal?
Heroin and methamphetamine.
Is he local to the area?
St. Everett.
Have you ever been to where he lives? Or
No, but I know his mom. He usually stays with his mom, who has a trailer in North Everett somewhere.
Okay.
It's by a park. I don't know if that helps.
Do you have a phone number for Cody? How about Facebook? You know what Facebook is?
Cody Anderson.
It's just his name. Is Facebook how you would normally get in contact with him if you would need to get in contact with him? When's the last time you saw him prior to tonight?
I saw him Friday night.
Okay. Where was that at?
Motel 6.
The one in South Everett? North Everett.
The north one on 100th.
100th, okay. Was he staying there then?
No, he was dropping off a bag to somebody. I was leaving, and he messaged me the next day, and he thought that, I guess he ended up getting robbed, and he thought that I had something to do with it.
Oh, okay.
And I told him, look, bro, like, I was gone, like, I had nothing, I had no part in that.
Mm-hmm.
I would not, why would I do that to you?
Yeah.
And he seemed to believe me. Yeah.
And that was by Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
So were you with the person that he was selling to?
Yes.
Man, it ain't too hard for me to see why he thought you set him up.
And then he ended up getting robbed then? Or later?
I guess then I had left the room. I went to 7-Eleven.
Okay.
And I guess during that time, he got robbed. I came back. Nobody was there. There was a broken TV. I just assumed people left. So the TV got broken and people dipped. Okay. And then it wasn't until later that I found out that, no, he was robbed. And I felt bad because they were my friends. And I was like, I'll try my best to do, to make it up to you. I'm sorry that happened to you. Mm-hmm. I would never put you in danger like that. I wouldn't have done that to you. Mm-hmm. And like I said, he seemed to believe me.
So you were the connect between him and your friends. Okay.
What room number was that?
I don't even remember. It wasn't my room.
Whose room was it?
Some Mexican guys.
So front of if facing Evergreen, backside, or facing 100th, where was the room?
It was facing the middle.
Okay, so facing the backside there, kind of.
I guess.
Second floor or bottom floor?
Second floor.
It's like, I'm going to say facing, like, Linwood.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? About what time did that happen?
I think it was around 2
In the morning?
Yeah.
So in the Saturday morning?
Yes.
And then prior to that, when had you last seen Cody?
Oh, it had been a long time.
And by a long time, it might mean something different to you.
Probably like 6 months.
Okay. So tonight, had you had any communication with Cody at all?
None whatsoever.
I appreciate you being upfront at this point about things. That helps to explain things, and it makes a lot more sense too, right? Is there anything you can think of that we haven't talked about that, about tonight that could possibly be helpful? I mean, sometimes it's the smallest thing.
Just that they ran off the same direction that they came from.
Okay. Do you know Cody to drive?
No, usually he has somebody drive it for him.
Okay. And just randoms. Okay. Does he use public transportation at all that you know of, or?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Cody have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Would he live with her?
I don't think so.
Okay. What's girlfriend's name?
Sierra. I don't really know her.
How old is she?
I think the same age.
Is she white, female?
Yes.
You know anything about her, like work or
No.
where she might live?
Nothing like that.
Okay. How long have they been together that you know of?
Oh, wow, a long time.
Okay.
On and off. They have a very toxic, tumultuous relationship.
Okay. Does Cody work?
No.
Do you know, Raul, with the guy that, the possibly Chris guy, has he been in contact with this guy over the past few days that you know of, since you guys have been hanging out?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Has Raul been in contact with the unknown guy, the guy who might be named Chris, the person who shot him? Has he been in contact with him in the past few days as opposed to just tonight or this morning?
No.
Okay. Had he said anything about him?
No.
Okay.
Do you know Raul's phone number?
I only talked to him through Facebook Messenger. His phone was only on Wi-Fi, so that and Snapchat.
So I'd like to get your consent to search your phone, and I mean, obviously the focus of that is to try and identify who Chris is. So if you would give us consent to do that, that would be awesome.
I already did.
Have you gone over a form?
Yes, I signed a form.
Okay. I'm going to have you do that here as well. We'll make sure it definitely happened.
So they would access her phone and they would find Christopher Phelps. And before the end of the day, he's in the interview room being questioned.
So I'm Detective Atkins, like I introduced myself on the way up in the elevator there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my case that we're here for. And I'll get to that in a second. But first, I just want to let you know that we're recording, okay?
Okay.
And I'm just going to go over the date and the time right now. So it is Sunday, February 17th, and it is 22:06 hours. And you understand that the statement's being recorded?
Yep.
Okay. And it, just for the record, if you could state your full name and your date of birth for
Christopher
me.
Phelps.
Christopher, where are you living right now?
I'm living at apartments behind A&PM on Everett Mall Way. I can't remember exactly what the hell they're called.
Fulton's Landing.
Fulton's Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What unit number?
Uh,
And are you working right now?
I'm just a mobile mechanic.
Is it self-employed or with a company?
Yeah, just myself. Ouch.
Okay, and then just spell your name for me.
Christopher Phelps. It's Christopher. Phelps, as in the Michael Phelps, the swimmer.
Okay. And your middle.
Artist, ARDIS. Hyphen. It's a hyphenated last name.
Okay. So it's Phelps, artist?
Artist Phelps.
Artist Phelps.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a middle?
Yeah, it's artist is my middle name, but it's
Okay.
it's
It's actually
hyphenated.
part of your
Yeah.
last. Okay, gotcha.
Kind of like, I don't know, it's weird.
Okay.
It's weird. It's my dad's last name is my middle name, and my mom's maiden name is my last name.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Something like that.
Okay. So I'm going to go over your rights with you.
What am I under arrest for something? Other than
Other than your driving stuff, no.
Okay, then why do you have to read me my rights? Where's my attorney?
I always read people their rights. Do you want me to explain to you what we're here for? I can do that, and then we can kind of go from there.
I guess, but
So why don't I do
I
that?
have nothing to say, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, you can make that decision. Give me a second, though. So, I am the lead on a homicide that occurred today. And
A what?
A homicide.
Okay.
Basically a robbery that turned into something a little bit more. Probably not what was intended to have happened. And as part of that investigation, you have come up as somebody who was in the area, not necessarily somebody who was involved. So we always talk to everybody who was in the area to get as much information as we can about what happened, what you may have seen, anything like that. So that's why we're here.
Okay.
I always read everybody their rights just in case we get into some area that gets
Okay, well, I know my rights, and I don't have anything to say. Like, I don't even...
Okay, well, let me read you your rights, okay? Let me just do that, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Christopher's rights are read.
Do you understand these rights?
Yep.
Okay. Knowing these rights, are you willing to talk to the police at this time?
I have nothing to say.
Okay. Are you willing to talk to me, or can I ask you some questions, and if you want to answer, answer?
I don't have anything to say. Like, I don't see why I came up in this, and there's nothing for me to say because
Well, were you in...
No, whoa. No, girl, don't you do this.
Well, were you in the area... Well, what were you doing today? Were you in the area of... this happened at the Jack in the Box over by Fred Meyer.
I was just there, like, an hour ago.
Okay.
To go get a
earlier in the day, even yesterday.
No.
Okay. What would make people think that you were in the area?
Good question.
Okay. So, any connection to anybody in that area or anybody who has
I
ill
have
will
connections
towards you
to
that
everybody all over the place.
would want to say that you were there as opposed to somebody else?
I don't even know, and I have nothing else to say. From here on out, nothing else to say.
Okay, that's fine.
I've told you guys this like 7 times already. I have nothing to say, so take me to jail.
Okay.
Please.
So what I want to do is totally rule you out as being somebody who's involved in this.
Okay.
So as part of that, getting your DNA just so that I can match it to evidence that's on scene.
That's fine by me.
None of your evidence is going to be on nothing. None of your DNA is on scene. Awesome.
That's
We
fine by
don't
me.
have an issue.
My DNA is already on record.
Okay. So we always have to get a new sample. So if you're willing to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll go grab some stuff and we'll do that. If somebody who has some
I have nothing to say, man.
bad towards you, man, should say that you were in the area when you
You kind of
weren't.
ask me questions. I keep telling you I have nothing to say. A lot of people don't like me, but a lot more people like me than not like me.
Well, as somebody who was there, I don't know why you're getting all mad at me. Okay.
Because you should keep trying to poke me and answering questions. I have nothing to say.
Well, if you weren't there, it's not a big deal, I guess, right?
So the crazy thing about that statement is even a jury is told to disregard if somebody asks for an attorney or pleads the fifth. It's just irrelevant to the case. The facts of what the prosecution is saying is all that matters. It doesn't matter if the person doesn't want to talk. It doesn't matter if they want legal counsel. So to say that is just insane. That's crazy. That's why we have open records, so we can hear stuff like that. I'm sure she's probably a pretty nice person. I'm sure she's probably a pretty dedicated officer, but flag on the play. Yeah, that was a little bit okay. So the next day, they bring Brianna back from the jail to speak with them again. And my goodness, what a day. a day of being sober, whew, yeah, it's a big difference. I mean, she seems like a really pleasant person, even though she's a criminal. She seems like a pleasant, I can say pleasant person. Say that 5 times real fast. Pleasant person. Good grief. Probably not as hard as I'm making it seem. But she seems like a pretty decent person other than her criminal activity.
It is February 18th, 2019, and the time is currently 15:31 hours. And do you understand that this statement is being recorded?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Brianna's rights are read.
Do you understand these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You know these rights, are you willing to talk to the police at this time?
Yes.
Okay. So if that is true, go ahead right there. Okay. So I spoke with you yesterday in regard to Raul being murdered. And you were there on scene, and obviously a lot more has come to light in the last 24 plus hours. So we wanted to come back and talk to you. There are some things that I don't think you were completely honest about when we spoke yesterday. For whatever reason that was, that you're not being honest about those things, I don't know, but I wanted to give you the opportunity to kind of clean the slate and start over fresh and find some justice for your friend, because that is the ultimate goal here, right? Is that we get the guys in custody that actually killed your buddy. So, and you being completely honest helps that so much more. It makes it a lot faster process, you know, and helps us to solve crime. We need other people to help us. Okay. So, if you can kind of just take me through things again, being completely upfront and honest about things, that would be awesome.
We had walked over to Jack in the Box to meet with Chris Phelps.
Okay.
Raul had made a plan to rob him for his dope.
Uh-oh. That don't sound very ladylike.
And we met a time to meet. We walked over, and while we were waiting, Cody and what I'm assuming, I'm guessing was probably Chris Phelps now, after I think about it, come walking down the hill. Some words were exchanged.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to walk away. I maced Cody, and the other guy shot Raul.
Okay. So, going back to you guys getting in contact with Chris,
Mm-hmm.
how were those communications made?
Over Facebook.
Okay. And was it using your phone, Raul's phone, something different?
It was on my phone.
Okay. Any conversation on Raul's phone between the two of them?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And had Raul had any phone conversations with anybody before you guys took off that morning?
I think his baby's mom, like the girl that's carrying his kid.
Oh, okay.
And he was on and off the phone a lot.
Okay.
He Snapchatted a lot. He Facebooked a lot. I don't.
Okay. And how do you or Raul or both know Chris?
Just the drug world.
And how long have you known him for?
About 3 years. He had previously robbed me for drugs before he had gone to prison.
So, quite some time ago. He served a couple of years. Okay. And is he a regular hookup for you, or?
On occasion, very rarely.
So when prior to this had you seen Raul?
Maybe.
Pull a piece of that out for you and let me have that.
I had run into him maybe like 3 weeks prior, and on the street, and just said, hey, you know, you got anything right now, and made a buy.
Okay. And that was Chris we're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
right? Can you just clarify? Because I think I might have misspoke there.
Cody, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
I had seen a couple nights prior. he had ended up getting jumped by a couple of people that I know, and he thought that I had something to do with it.
Okay.
Which I believe was what the retaliation was for.
And you're saying that was a couple of nights prior to this happening. And was that the Motel 6 incident that we had talked about earlier?
Yes.
Okay. So I know yesterday when we spoke, you didn't say anything about Chris's last name. What held you back in telling me what Chris's last name was?
Mostly just I didn't think at first it was him.
Okay. So explain that to me, why you didn't think it was him.
I just didn't put two and two together. I was still in a lot of shock.
Okay.
I was still reeling at what had happened. I've never seen somebody die like that before.
Yeah.
I had never tried to save somebody from dying like that before. So it was a mess. I was scared. I was being, put in jail.
Mm-hmm.
I was angry.
Sure. Okay. So, you know him as Chris Phelps. You've known him for quite some time. Saw him within 3 weeks of this happening. So how did the plan between, with you and Raul, how did the conversation start with the whole process?
Just that he needed to come up, and I obviously wasn't in a great position. He was like, is there anybody that, you need something made right with? And Chris's name came up.
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked about it and set it in motion.
Why did Chris's name come up?
Because he had robbed me previously.
Of what? Like in
Drugs and money.
how much?
200 worth of drugs and 500 in cash.
And how did he rob her?
Gunpoint.
Where?
At the McDonald's on was that 75th?
Okay.
Behind the AM/PM.
And when was that?
Right before he went to prison.
Can you estimate how much time ago?
3 years.
And so you mentioned that to Raul?
Yes.
Okay. Weren't you concerned that Chris was armed at that time?
I had been told by a mutual friend that he wasn't.
Okay. Who told you that?
My friend Sean.
Okay. I'm sorry if you just go forward with it at that point. So you guys were talking about it?
And we decided to do it.
Okay.
So what was that conversation?
I don't know verbatim. It was, hey, I need to come up. Is there somebody that, that you need taken care of?
Mm-hmm.
Something that, somebody that we can hit and come up off of. And, like I said, his name came up.
Okay. So then, did you contact Chris, or did Raul contact him?
He contacted him on my phone.
Okay.
How?
On Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Do you know any part of their conversation?
I want to say, I know how much he asked or wanted to buy, which was a quarter of each.
Well, heroin and meth.
Mm-hmm. And we had been told that he had 2 ounces of heroin on him.
Okay. Who told you that?
My friend Sean.
And how does Sean come into play here?
Sean is just another person that looks out for me. He told me not to do it in the first place. That it probably wasn't going to end well. The female that he usually rides around with Chris is pretty tough, and that he didn't want anything to happen to me.
Okay. He's also the person who told you that Chris didn't have a gun anymore, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Sean's last name?
Hatfield.
Do you have a contact number for him?
Just over Facebook. It's a lot of the time, the people that I know, they don't have a steady phone. So,
Where can I find Sean?
last I heard, he was over on 19th at a trap house.
Okay. So, Raul you guys talk about a quarter of each. What was the price set for said purchase?
$300 for the heroin, $150 for the meth.
Okay. And what would kind of go through, what the plan was?
Well, Raul had a gun. It was unloaded. He didn't have any ammunition. It was, I think, strictly fear tactic.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to use it to strong arm getting the backpack that had the dope in it.
Okay.
How do you know the backpack had the dope in it?
That's what we were told.
By Sean?
Yes.
Did Sean just purchase from him or something?
Yeah.
Okay. What did he describe the backpack as?
I don't think he described the backpack. He just said it was in his backpack.
Yep.
So continue with your plan with Raul.
Like I said, we made time to meet. We walked over, and that's when Cody and other guy came down the hill.
Okay. So when you're at Jack in the Box, I know that you milled about for a while waiting for them. Were you guys having any type of conversation about what was going to happen once they got there?
Not really. He just kept asking me if I was okay and if I was ready.
But what would you be ready for? I mean, what was your role in this?
Basically, my role was just to make sure that the female that was supposed to be with him didn't get in the way.
Okay. So did he mention a female that was going to come with him?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Is a person driving.
Okay. And who would she be?
I have no idea. He never mentioned a name. Nobody once mentioned a name.
Sean never said what her name was.
No.
Was it supposed to be a girlfriend or?
I think it's just a friend. I'm not 100% sure.
Did he say anybody else would be with him?
No.
And what car do you know? Well, Chris, since you're making the deal with Chris, what car do you know Chris to drive?
I was told dark Acura.
And was that from him or from somebody else?
From somebody else.
Sean or
Sean.
Okay.
I think Chris might have mentioned it too.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So how long do you think you were at Jack in the Box before they came down?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Not very long. And how long before that had you actually left
Like
the
5.
apartments?
We literally walked straight there.
How were you going to get away?
Just get out and run.
Okay.
Was Cody supposed to be there?
No.
Okay. And you have past issues with Cody because of what happened 2 days prior. Do you have any other issues with Cody? And how much did he get robbed for on that occasion?
Not even $200.
So can we just come clean about that? Did you set him up that day?
Not knowingly.
What do you mean?
Like I said, they had needed something, asked if I could get it, and when Cody came in the room, they came out and tied him up. I was standing there shocked. Like, I had no idea it was going to happen. Otherwise, I wouldn't have even called Cody to begin with.
This is the part where you tell me the truth because the truth matters. Because I want to be able to trust you. And that's not true.
That is true. I had previously was going to set somebody else up that had continuously been asking me to have sex with them for money. And when that fell through. It was just a wash. And they're like, well, fuck it, we need drugs. And so I called Cody.
Right, but you knew he was going to get jacked, right?
I mean, I had a feeling the people that are hanging out, they're not decent people.
Okay. Did you get anything out of that?
No. I ended up having stuff taken from me too. Like, it wasn't like I made out like a bandit.
I don't think you did, but I think they probably threw you some money. You set it up.
No.
It's not like you're going to be. I mean, Cody's not going to say anything about it. It's a drug rip. So I'm just asking for your honesty in that.
I am. I'm telling. I didn't get shit for it. If I had, I probably wouldn't been fishing to rob somebody else.
So, what was the conversation when they showed up? The real conversation.
When I first recognized it was Cody, he said, "Payback's a bitch," and he said, "Give me your shit." And I said, "You can pry it from my cold dead fingers."
Yeah.
And he looked back at his friend, and his friend lifted his shirt, and I looked at the guy and I said, "Go ahead, shoot me over $200, please, do it."
You were so young.
I don't think she's really built like that last statement.
And the guy didn't. He hesitated, and that's when Raul and I started to walk away, and they followed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, he kept telling me to give him my stuff, and I said, "No, you're gonna take it from my dead hands. Sorry, it's not gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
And I think Cody stepped toward. I had pulled my mace out, and I was like, "Cody, seriously, take one more step at me, and I'm gonna spray you." And I want to say he either lunged or stepped towards me, and I sprayed. And when I sprayed, the gun went off. And then Raul dropped.
So did they have any inclination that you were there to rob them?
No.
Nothing was said that way? Like, no, give me your shit? Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So what changed?
What do you mean?
Because you and Raul had this plan to rob them, and then something changed.
See, I didn't know that. We didn't know, that Cody wasn't supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
There was no part of the plan that involved Cody. And at the time, I didn't even put two and two together that was Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Okay, let me just stop it. So you set up a deal to meet Chris at Jack in the Box. Dude coming down with glasses, similar build as Chris, I'm guessing?
I guess, yeah. You have to there a lot was happening. Like, my brain is in survival mode right now. So
Right now?
I'm talking about at the time. At the time is my brain's in survival mode. My only goal right now is to safely leave.
Right. I get it.
So if I will do whatever I have to do, I will my focus was on Cody. Cody was the one that was in front of me. Cody was the one that was talking to me the entire time. The other guy wasn't. The other guy was dealing with Raul. So I don't know.
You know Chris. You know him. I mean, you would hear his voice. You would know his voice.
He didn't say a whole lot.
Can you identify that person as Chris? Yes or no? Chris Phelps.
Yes.
And what has changed?
Thought. I've been sitting in a cell for the last 24 hours with nothing to do.
Okay.
But think about what happened.
I think you're misunderstanding my question that way. I mean, because at the start of this interview, you said you weren't sure it was him. Why are you sure now?
Because the pieces are falling into place. Everything kind of made sense. Cody knew where we were going to be. The only other person that knew where we were going to be was Chris.
Okay. And how did you communicate with Chris? Was
Over
that on
Facebook.
To his Facebook
Yes.
Messenger? Okay. And why were those deleted off your phone?
I wasn't aware that they were.
Okay.
There is an option now on Facebook where you can delete the entire conversation from your end. I didn't knowingly delete it.
Okay. So we get you a computer, it should still be there, and you can show us that conversation.
I wanted. It should be.
That's fine. I'm not disbelieving you because your phone's a little wonky. I'll give you that. I'll concede that to you up front, right? It is, as far as them downloading and what they're doing, they have to do a couple other downloads. So right now, we have several portions of your communications, but there's some that look like they've been deleted by you. So specifically with Cody, did you delete your communications with Cody?
Did not.
Did you screenshot anything?
I think so.
What did you screenshot?
I think I screenshotted a conversation and sent it to somebody. I don't remember what it was. I'd have to look at my phone again to.
Who was the screenshot with?
I think Cody. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. So, I have to be sure somebody is a suspect before I make an arrest on them. So how am I sure that this Chris Phelps is the person who did this? What makes you sure?
Because he was supposed to meet me somewhere, and what ended up happening at that spot, there was nobody else that would have known where I was.
Okay. So, and you say that because you were communicating with him
on Facebook.
His messenger?
Yes.
Had you ever communicated with him before on that messenger?
No.
So how do you know that?
Or once prior.
And did you guys complete a transaction of some kind?
No. It was just a hi, how you doing? Da 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 da.
Okay. But did the conversation context make you believe that it was Chris that time?
Yes.
And why?
Just because it was a simple hi, how you doing?
Okay. Did he give any personal details at that time to let you know who he was? Or
I don't remember.
Well, I don't see masks in the video.
They both, I swear to you, they had face coverings on.
Did you notice any cars, hear any cars, see any cars that they could have left in?
I don't. As soon as I saw Raul hit the ground, my attention was on him.
And how about any conversation with either one of them after all of this happened, after they ran from Jack in the Box?
I messaged Cody and told him that he was disgusting for killing somebody over $200. And he tried to say that he didn't know what I was talking about. He was at home all night, and I called him a liar.
Where were we most likely to find Cody?
At his mom's house in North Everett.
Do you know where that is?
It's not. I couldn't. Not the address.
Can you take us there? Okay. The gun was that. Where was that? On Raul.
It was in his. Right, his waistband. I think I don't remember if he took it out or not. When I took it, it was just laying on the ground.
But at that point, I took the gun out of Raul's, it was either his waist or his pocket, and I threw it in my bag.
Next to him.
Okay, so it was out of his waistband at that point. Did you see him with the gun in his hand at any point?
I remember him when he was walking backwards, when we were walking away from them, pulling his shirt up. But I don't know if that, I knew he had a knife on him as well, so I didn't know if he was reaching for his knife or what. But like I said, I wasn't paying attention to that. I was focused on Cody coming at me.
Do you think Sean set you up?
I don't.
Do you think it's strange that, I kind of think it's strange. It's not like he would have stopped off to pick Cody up. Cody probably would have been with him.
The only reason that I don't think Sean has anything to do with it, because Sean would have had something to gain with me coming, with me doing it. Not only that, but Sean has been one of my friends for almost 15 years.
You're doing some hardcore shit. Looking back at it now that you're sober a day, doesn't that seem like you're doing some dangerous stuff?
Yeah.
In an interview. You good? All right, bye. Did you take anything else off of Raul?
No.
You just grabbed the gun and... Is there anything you are leaving out that can help us solve this at this point?
No.
If you saw a picture, if you saw a picture of Chris, you could identify him.
This doesn't sound like a stupid question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Did either you or Raul have money when you went to do this? Okay. Was there ever, during any part of this, any showing of money or dope or anything? Just it was all straight to talk. Okay.
So details kind of matter as to whether this is self-defense or murder, right? That's what's going to be the difference in this case. What do you feel happened?
I believe it was murder.
Why?
Because I don't remember Raul ever pointing the gun at him.
Do you remember Raul having the gun out? Did Raul show that person the gun?
After when the exchange first happened, and when I told them you can pry my stuff from my cold dead fingers. When after the guy had pulled up his shirt, I think Raul had showed like, oh, I have a piece too. So what?
Okay.
But the guy definitely showed his before anything. I mean, it was right off the bat.
So were you guys trying to leave, or were you guys jawing at him?
We were trying to leave. Like, literally trying to leave. Just fuck it whenever we're leaving.
Okay.
Not dealing with this right now.
And what were they doing that was stopping you from being able to leave?
And they were following.
Were they in front of you at any time, or were they following you?
And they were following.
So were they cutting you off, or were they just simply coming behind you?
I think they were more like wrangling.
Okay. What do you mean by wrangling?
Because, I mean, you don't turn your back on somebody that is coming at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the person that's coming at you is leading you to where they want you to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it felt like.
Okay. Did you see their car at any time? And do you know the name, first name, street name of the girl that was supposedly with them?
I don't. No name was ever mentioned.
When you say Sean's at a trap house on 19th, was that 19th Avenue Southeast or 19th up here in North Avenue?
19th Avenue.
South?
Yeah.
Down by Costco?
Mm-hmm.
Ish. Okay. When you don't have a phone number for him, what is his Facebook?
Sean Hatfield.
Spell his name S-E-A-N?
Shean.
S-H-E-A-N?
Yes.
And the mask that you say Chris was wearing, what did that look like?
It was just, I just remember it being black.
And that was like a hold up to his nose mask?
Yeah, just like right over the tip of his nose. It came down like this.
Do you see any tattoos on the person that alien?
Just the glasses and the blonde hair.
Okay. And when you say blonde hair, do you mean bleach blonde hair, regular? What?
It was light blonde hair.
When you say light, is it bleached? Or would it be a regular looking?
Between bleached and regular, I mean, wasn't like white.
For me, and I don't mean any disrespect if I say this, but your hair here looks bleach blonde to me, right?
Right.
That's how
I guess,
describe it.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Okay. Or would it be just like a sandy blonde one?
It would be bleach.
Okay. And were they like thick sideburns or small? What were describing to me?
They were thinner and some.
Like this? I mean, how
No,
far
they
down?
came down like right here.
Okay.
And I could see some hair sticking out of his hat.
Okay. Any facial hair?
I don't know. He had a mask on.
I didn't know if the mask moved or anything. If you saw anything at any time.
Cody was the only one that pulled his mask down.
gonna show you a picture, and then we're gonna get a computer up here for you to look at your Facebook. Okay? Questions? I'll go start that process if you're good.
I have photos here. Unless, well, you can check on the 6-pack.
Okay.
So when Chris had robbed you, and I'm just getting this straight in my head, when he had robbed you, it was like a few years prior, right? Okay. And how much was that for? Do you remember?
It was like 200 in dope and 500 in cash.
How did he commit that robbery, or how did he get that from you? I'm assuming it was a robbery, I guess.
Yeah. He was supposed to be buying a little bit from me. He had hit me up saying that him and his girlfriend were sick and that they just needed to buy a little piece or whatever. And I was like, sure, I'll meet you here. And they jumped in my car and at gunpoint took my stuff.
Okay. And was it Chris that had the gun, or the girl, or both?
It was Chris that had the gun.
Do you know him to carry a gun?
Not usually. The only time that he carries, I know, is when he's doing a job.
Okay.
At the end of episode 1, the police have extracted all the information they can out of Brianna Reynolds, and the details that she shares with investigators will point them directly at Cody Anderson. And in episode 2, less than 2 days after the shooting, the police will bring Cody into the station to question him about his potential role in the death of Raul. And the question is, will Cody's story be consistent with that of Brianna's, or will he weave himself a different web? My members will find out in about 24 hours. Get those likes and comments up so the rest of my audience can join us for that early release. And hopefully, I'll see everyone soon for the release of episode 2 right back here on They Called Me. Till next time.